Hi guys, this is Jane. I'm coming on here today to share with you my progress on my stitching and to do a shout out and to show you a little bit of crochet. First of all, I showed you that I had started this Home of a Needleworker, and it is a pattern that I won from Ingeborg, A Stitch Too Far, and she had included the blue and the green threads in it. And I wanted to do this in the called for threads with the variegation and such. And it's done in Classic Colorworks that I can't get here in Denmark. So I believe I told you in my last video that I reached out to someone here on FlashTube to help me getting the threads, and at that time I didn't have permission to mention their name. But the persons I reached out to was Pam and Steph from JustKeepStitchin, because I knew that they frequently visits their LNS, and so it wouldn't be how do I explain this? It wouldn't be kind of making them take a trip to their LNS, because I knew that they frequently visit. So I asked them, could you please help me? And now my cat wanna be up here. I'm at my dining room table, and for the moment he has turned this into his bed. So, but I reached out to them asking if they could help me buy the threads and mail them to me, and of course I would pay for everything. So, but it was cheaper for me to do it that way because I didn't have to pay a lot of extra money to get them into the country, so to say. And they said, of course, we would love to help you, and we corresponded, and I had to tell them to wait until after Christmas, because I had to see if I got any money for Christmas so that I could afford to buy the threads. And they said, yeah, sure, we'll wait, we'll just put them in our to buy basket, or I don't remember exactly what they called it, but they had the threads set aside for me. So now I received them. I think it's almost a week ago, but I have been kind of busy during the week, so I haven't had time to make a video until now. But as I mentioned, I started this on January 1st, and Saturday, not yesterday, but Saturday last weekend, I had done everything with the blue and the green, as you can see. Is it in here, all of it? I believe it is, yeah. So I had done all the blue and all the green, and I couldn't get further along because I didn't, at that point, I didn't have the rest of the threads. So I put this aside and started something else. But as you can see, I now have the threads, and I actually didn't stick to the rule of you have to show things before you start using them. So you can see I actually started using the bamboo in here. So that's how far this one has gotten. And so now I have all the colors that I'm going to use for it. This is the bamboo that I'm using right now. and the hickory stick and the cocoa bean and raspberry, and the colors don't show up very well, I think, on here. And this is brand-eyed pear. So this one I know really don't show up as, yeah, well, maybe there. Should you have, nope. Yeah, maybe I have a piece of paper right here I can use. My lighting isn't all that good, but yeah. So, but I believe that at least most of those, most of you who are in the States have seen these colors before, so. And the camera really doesn't pick up variegation. Yeah, you can see it a bit here. There's brown tone and a brownish, greenish kind of tone in that one. Then the bamboo. It's hard to see, but I can see it right about here. The white and then the more creamy white. And then the brand-eyed pear. So it has two tones of this golden brown color in it, the darker and the lighter. So thank you so much, Pam and Steph, for helping me out and making it possible for me to do this in the called for colors. I really appreciate your help. And for those of you, which probably would be none of you, but if one or two of you haven't been over to watch Pam and Steph, it's Just Keep Stitching here on YouTube. And you won't regret it. It's a mother-daughter team, cross-stitch team, and they just make me smile and laugh with every video they do. They are fantastic, and yeah, just go watch them. They do some beautiful, beautiful projects. Last year they did a lot of ornaments, and they are doing it again this year. Christmas ornaments and Halloween ornaments. So head on over, watch their channel, watch their beautiful stitching. And the next thing I'm going to show you is the next thing I started, and I have told you about me wanting to stitch graduation pieces for my daughter and her boyfriend for when they graduate. I think it's what's equivalent to high school in the US. I'm not quite sure. But I wanted to stitch a graduation cap and then their names and the name of the education and the dates when they finish. So I bought some linen because beside Ada, linen is actually the only thing I can get my hands on here, and because it was a pretty light piece of linen, actually it's like this piece, and I didn't think that the white would show up all that great on this color, and I don't want to backstitch or anything around the white, so I decided to just tea dye it. So this is how the fabric turned out, and I'm just keeping my finger here. It's my daughter's last name, so and her last name is different from mine, so I just don't want to show it. But let me see, how can I do this? Okay, I'll do it like this. The graduation cap, and it doesn't pick up in this light, but it has a navy brim around here, or what it's called, I don't remember. And then from this is supposed to be a silver, or look like a silver button. And there's a tiny strap here in black, but you can't see it in this light. I can't get it to pick up. And then up here, it's supposed to be a rosette. And I just backstitched in silver HTX for their education. And then it has this one down here is black, and I don't know what that's called. And this one is done 2/2, and then for all the lettering, it's done 1/1, 1/1, because the alphabet that I found that I wanted to use, if I had done it 2/2, it was just going to be way too big on here. So I decided to try 1/1, and it's actually the first time doing this, except for on Ada, of course. And I think this is a 26 count. That maybe shrunk down to something smaller while I tea-dyed it. So 26 or 28 count. And I'm doing her name and her date. The date is going down here, but I haven't got the date yet. I'm doing that in a red color, and the HTX for her education I'm doing in DMC Navy, which is, let me tell you, just a second. 823. Yeah. And the red I'm using, it's actually not a DMC, it's just some other brand. HP thread, it says on here. So, yeah. So that's the red I'm using, and then just white and black DMC. The white is B5200, and the black is of course 310. And then just some silver DMC metallic crab thread. I really don't like stitching with the DMC metallics, but that's the metallic threads I can get here. And actually this was a piece I found in a kit I did a long time ago. So yeah. So that's my progress on the stitching I have done this week. And now let me show you the crocheting. And as you might remember, I mentioned I was going to crochet graduation caps for both of them. So I found this pattern on just doing a Google search, I think. And of course theirs are not going to be purple here, it's going to be navy. And I just use cotton thread. So yeah. So, and it's not easy to show this because it doesn't lay flat. But I'm going to stick some cardboard or something inside here to make it stay flat, and then this far down the side. I need, I think, around about 5 more rows, and then I'm going to change color into the navy, and it just looks black on here. Yeah, why not? But it is navy. And then for that's black. Yeah, that doesn't help, does it? Nope. But that's, the black is for the ribbon. Let me see. Yeah, it's hard to see, but there is a strap or a ribbon across here that is going to be in black, and then this part down here, the shadow with making thingy, yeah, you know what I mean, is going to be in black, and of course the purple is going to be the navy. And then this part up here, I'm going to do in the navy, and then the white. And this is from the side. And I'm going to, I have some metallic buttons that I've had for ages that I'm going to attach on both sides to attach that ribbon. And I'm going to put one in the middle of the rosette here. So hopefully they will turn out the way I want them to. And of course I'll keep you updated. And I have 2 graduation caps and 2 of the graduation pieces to do. And for her boyfriend, I am thinking about making his name and the date in a lighter blue, and then using the navy for the HTX. But I'm not doing everything in navy because it's so hard to see when I'm stitching 1/1 with the navy. It's kind of hard to see, and yeah. So I'm going to maybe find a lighter blue for that. This is just my pattern for the hat. So that's how far I've gotten on that one. And I don't know if I will charge out most of the date and put that in now, or if I'm going to wait. But I do think that I'm going to start his piece next, because I am actually only missing the date on my daughter's piece. So, but I had to just take a little break because I haven't been stitching on anything else but that graduation piece since Saturday evening. I think I started it. Yeah, I got a little bit in, I think, Saturday evening. And then all the way up to now, on except Friday, I think I didn't get any stitching in Friday. I did a bit of crochet, but no stitching. So yeah, otherwise I've been stitching a bit on it every day. And the 1/1 actually wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. As I said, I've never tried 1/1 before on that small account or high account. I don't know. On that count of fabric. So it wasn't too bad, I think. I actually think it turned out pretty good. So yeah. Now I'm just rambling. So I will let you go and watch someone else's videos. And if you haven't done so already, go and watch Pam and Steph at Just Keep Stitchin. Just Keep Stitching. Go watch them. They are fun. They are showing some beautiful pieces, and they have haul. And no, they don't call it haul. They call it mail call. So yeah. Once again, Pam and Steph, thank you so much for helping me. As you can see, I have already started using the threads, and I'm looking forward to finishing that piece, because when that piece is finished, I have allowed myself to start the sampler. Quiet please, stitch at work, cross stitch at work. You know what I'm talking about. The one that I won in Ingeborg's giveaway that I showed you last week, or in my last video. And I'm really itching to get that started. Oh my god, to work with those beautiful threads, and oh, I can't wait, but I have to, because I know if I start it, then I'll have a hard time putting it down again. So yeah. Thank you everyone for watching, for subscribing, for commenting, and to my new subscribers, welcome. And to my long-term subscribers, thank you for staying with me. I really appreciate that, and I enjoy all your comments and your likes and all of that stuff. And as everyone else is saying, the stitching community here on YouTube, and I would actually span it out for my part to say the crafting community here on YouTube. It's just a fantastic community. People are so nice and so thoughtful, and they are always willing to help a fellow crafter stitcher. I just can't say enough good stuff about people on here. So I know for my part, it means a lot. It means really much to me. All the stitchy kindness I have received, all of the crafty kindness, because as you saw in my Christmas Happy Mail video, that Peggy sent me those 2 cute dies and a cute card, and Jill sent me a beautiful Christmas card, and yeah, it just means so much to me. And for Pam and Steph to be willing to go buy those threads and go to the post office and mail them off to me, and yeah, it means a whole lot to me, because otherwise I would have to just use DMC, and I really wanted to use those threads, especially because I had 2 of the classic colorworks, and I would really love to do the rest of the piece in classic colorworks as well. So now again, I'm rambling. I'm letting you go now. Promise. Until next time, have a fantastic week, or how long it's going to be. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. If you're going to meet up. And I'll be seeing you. Bye.